Most of us were handed the same financial script. Get good grades, find a stable job, save your money, and stay out of debt. It sounds like security, but the reality is that many people following this to the letter find themselves making more money than their parents ever dreamed of, yet feeling more broke than ever. This is because you're likely stuck in the treadmill economy, running faster and faster but not actually going anywhere. Today, we're exposing the 5 illusions of wealth, the invisible architecture keeping you trapped. Number 1. Extreme frugality. We're taught that wealth is built by clipping coupons, but there's a hidden cost called the bandwidth tax. Carrying the stress of chronic scarcity can actually lower your functional IQ by up to 13 points, leaving you cognitively suffocated. Think of the cheap shoe trap, buying $40 shoes that fall apart in 6 months, while $120 boots last 5 years. When you spend 3 hours driving across town to save $15 on groceries, you aren't saving, you're losing massive opportunity cost. Wealthy people don't optimize for the lowest spend. They optimize for high value and leverage because they know money can be replaced, but time cannot. Number 2. A high salary. This is the most dangerous mirage of all, because a high salary is often just a set of golden handcuffs. As your income grows, the system uses lifestyle inflation to ensure your expenses expand to match it. You move to a nicer apartment and lease a better car, but suddenly you are no longer free to leave your job because you need that paycheck just to maintain the obligations you've built. If you could not sustain your lifestyle for more than 3 months without a paycheck, you aren't wealthy, you're just in a very comfortable prison. Real wealth isn't about what you earn, it's about the gap between your income and your expenses. Number 3. Keeping your money safe in the bank. Your savings account is not a digital box with your name on it, it's a melting ice cube. Because of the Cantillon effect, when the government prints new money, it flows to banks and asset owners first. They get to buy real estate and stocks before prices rise, while you, the person furthest from the money printer, receive that money last, after its purchasing power has already evaporated. Your safe savings are actually funding the very inflation that makes you poorer. To win, you must stop being a saver and start being an owner of assets. Number 4. Avoiding all debt. Schools teach us to fear debt, and they're right when it comes to consumer debt used for liabilities like cars that lose value. But the wealthy see debt as a key, not a chain. They use the borrow until you die strategy, where they borrow against their appreciating assets to access tax-free cash. Because the loan isn't considered income, they avoid the IRS while their original investments continue to compound untouched. They use leverage to control millions in assets with very little of their own capital, letting inflation slowly erode the value of the debt they owe. Number 5. The myth of hard work. We're told hard work is the only variable, but labor has a mathematical ceiling. You only have 24 hours in a day, and the system is designed to reward capital more than labor. The wealthy focus on ownership over labor. They build cash flow loops, repeatable circuits where money is deployed into assets that generate returns, which are then fed back into the engine to grow automatically. While you trade your life for a paycheck, they're building invisible engines that work while they sleep. To break the cycle, you need to stop managing money and start designing a system. Use financial plumbing to automate your transfers the moment you get paid, routing 10 to 20% into a time machine of investments before you even see the balance. This bypasses your brain's biological urge for instant gratification and puts your freedom on autopilot. The game is rigged, but the rules of compound interest and ownership work for everyone who is willing to stop playing defense and start playing offense. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Build your machine. I'll see you in the next one.